What is happening, YouTube? Today I have a very exciting video for you guys. It is DPR versus Hpal Warrior. This is the Holy Grail guide, and I'm super excited to show you guys how we're going to do this. Is we're going to run through the clip live, raw, so you guys can see it in real time, and then we're going to rewind it and then deep dive it, all right? So let's jump into it. All right, they split. Pally's wanting to run in. Sap. Cheap. Gouging?
No, not yet, not yet. Just
okay.
Don't gouge him until there's like 5 seconds left on
kidney?
On the rage.
I'm waylaying.
Okay, I'm gonna fear both now. Okay, he
did he blade stormed it? He stormed it? I can blind. Okay, no, nice. I'll sap.
He's probably gonna drink it.
There's bubble.
All right, there's bubble.
He bubbled in my kidney.
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm coming to peel. Coming to peel.
Just peel. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
He's swapping to me. I jumped away. I can get a sap again. On Warrior.
Yeah, nice.
Dancing. Tricksing you.
Nice.
I'll resap.
Oh wait, he doesn't have bubble.
And I'm blind.
Let's just kill.
Yeah. Gloving. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Man, and it is just that easy, guys. All right. So let's rewind and let's deep dive. All right. So here we go. Here is the opener. I'm going to put the Warrior on my focus and we're going to be killing Paladin. Now with Warrior Pally, I do want to note that there's a lot of layers, and I will continue to make more Warrior Pally guides to highlight specific scenarios, because there are different situations that you need to know, and I will highlight on all of them, but I won't be able to showcase or showcase some of them here in these matches because they were just so clean and the Warriors played a certain way. So ideally what we want to do and get the sap on the Warrior, but the sap on the Warrior is the most important thing. The reason why is because we want to use the sap on the Warrior to get the trinket or to force the rage. Because a lot of Warriors are now learning what we're doing is we're just gouging Warrior, and then we want the Warrior to rage at a gouge, and then we're gonna fear him. So they're learning that they don't want to rage at a gouge. So the reason why we sap now is because it forces their hand to rage, which then allows us to get the fear setup. So the ideal opener is going to be sap on Warrior, then we're going to open Paladin. In this particular matchup, I gouged out and I made the mistake. You save the gouge for the last 3 to 4 seconds of the rage. So then the Pally is gouged, you're pulling energy, and then the Warrior fears. But you want to make sure, because it's noticeable, right? A better Warrior is going to notice, which this Warrior did. He's going to notice that the rage is falling off, and he's going to Blade Storm at that moment, or he's going to pop Wreck and be able to get a little bit more damage out and not be able to get feared. So what we're going to do is we're going to sap the Warrior. We're going to open the Paladin. We're going to gouge at the last 3 to 4 seconds of that to then get a dual fear. Now you can do two things here. You can kidney shot while the Paladin's open, getting mana burns, and you can just pump immediately. Or depending on the sap DR, if it falls off, which it should fall off. This is why you also, by the way, you don't use anesthetic poison, because if we just anesthetic poison into a fear, it would be a DR sap. That's why we're waiting for the rage to fall off, because it lengthens the sap to fall off. And then once the fear at the end of it is there, the DR on the sap should be off and you can get another full sap, which will force the trinket. So I know that's a lot. I just want to kind of note that, and then we'll show it and kind of elaborate on it. So here's it. Shouldn't have gouged here, but now we already have 6 seconds left on the sap. Priest is coming in. I'm going to kidney here. There's the rage. So again, I made a mistake here. You're supposed to kidney on the fear go, but that's fine. So we have 19 seconds left. There is 6 seconds left on rage. Now I'm looking for the 3. Warrior's in a Blade Storm here, though. He did a really good job. I should have been able to gouge earlier. So again, I messed up, but you can kind of now see, because I'm like making it aware, that you now know what to look for. So we're going to disarm this, which is fine. And then we're going to go for the gouge. He ended up just going for the fear. 6 seconds left on the sap, right? Boom. So now I look perfectly right at the end of this sphere. We're going to be able to get a sap. So I immediately get out of combat. I do not attack. Do not attack. Boom. Sap. Go on Pally. Full go here. Now what's great about this is we're going to force the Warrior's Trinket. We're going to force maybe something from the Paladin. Ideally, what they should have done is Paladin should have been fine. Warrior should have just used a Trinket, and that would have prolonged the game. But we ended up getting the bubble here, which was massive. And we ended up getting the Warrior's Trinket. So now when this happens, we're on full defense mode. We are balling. All right. We have blind up for next go. We are looking good. So the key here is waylay. We want to get waylays up on the Warrior immediately. I shouldn't have chased here. I should have beelined to the right. Pally had bubble. I should have just beelined and then get the waylay off. Boom. So see, I should have went immediately to the right, and I could have already gotten a waylay on the Warrior because waylay can't get dispelled. It's perfect. You don't want to shiv. You want to waylay. That is the crux for them because there's multiple things that are going to happen. If on this map you are getting, you're not able to reset, you're going to have to use waylay to try and just kite and kite and kite. So we want to just get it in. Boom. Waylay. Easy. Now it's super easy to kite now. Super easy to kite. I'm going to jump here. Boom. Got away. We're going to run. We're going to run. So now this is perfect scenario. These guys played it a little worse. The Paladin should have went right, pinching me, not letting me get a sap. And then the Warrior would have been able to eventually get to me, or I have to rerun into him to get a waylay. So they made a mistake by working. They made a mistake by playing together. One of them should have went left and the other one should have went right to pinch me. But again, if they're making the mistakes, you want to capitalize on that. You want to use waylay as a tool for you to get re-stealths, because if you can get the re-stealth and get the sap, it's guaranteed big goes. And if they have their rage up, it's guaranteed the rage, and then you can get the full fear go. So you kind of look at it where the beginning strat was like gouge Warrior, you're going to get the rage and then you fear, but now they're not raging on a gouge. You have to now use waylay to do resets. And then I'll add, this is what I was wanting to touch base on earlier with just multiple layers of things to do. There are going to be instances where the players are really good to not allow you to get a re-stealth. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use the waylays on both of them, let the priest get mana burns on the Paladin, and then you're going to put kidney shots into the Warrior and then force reset. So you're going to go kidney shot, waylay on Pally, and then run away and try and get a re-stealth. That is going to be another layer and another toolkit that you can use to be able to get that re-stealth, sap, force, rage. And then to add on to that, another layer that you can do, there are going to be times where you still won't be able to get a reset. So what you do is you do a gouge onto the Paladin, and then you're going to because you can't sap Pallies out of sap. They have or a fear. They have a reduced stun duration or like a fear duration. So just don't get baited by that. And what you'll do is you'll step gouge onto the Paladin. And this is, again, you can't get away. And this will happen sometimes on Rings of Lordaeron where they can like hit you or not Lordaeron, Dalaran Sewers, and even Nagrand, especially with like Orcs and Torrents, they can really hit you through the pillar. What you have to do is you have to pump the kidney into the horde. So you'll do gouge on Pally, step gouge on Pally into like a waylay. Priest will come over, start mana burning, and then you do kidney shot on the Warrior, and then you do goes on the Warrior, and then you mana burn the Paladin, and you force the Pally to go and then that way you force them on the defensive, and then you can like out of the kidney jump with the waylay debuff and then try and get another reset. The perfect scenario and the perfect setup for you is getting the Warrior to rage without using fear. If you get the Warrior to rage without using fear, you have the beautiful setup on the Paladin. If you can't do that, then you get fears on Paladin with goes on Warrior, or you do kidneys on Warrior and then you are able to run away. If he's Orc, it's rather difficult. I will mention that Orcs are going to be the hardest to do the kidney runaways on, but it's still possible. And that is the kind of like multi-layered step that you need to do. Can you get resets? Capitalize on saps. Awesome. If you can't, what's the next thing? You want to do waylays on both party members to try and get resets, right? If you can't do that, right? If you're unable to do that, then the next thing you need to be able to do is you need to be able to gouge on Pally or waylay on Pally, and then into a fear, and then a kidney on warrior, and then goes on warrior while you mana burn. So you have the 3 tiers that any given situation that's happening, you have something that you're familiar with and you have a goal in mind, because once you don't have like a goal in mind on what to do, warrior's going to get the tempo on you and you're going to die. Because again, once warrior's on either the priest or you're going to flop. So that is kind of like the 3-prong approach to warrior Pally that is super imperative to understand and know. That'll really, really help you guys just dominate this comp whenever you go up against it. So boom, there's the sap. We're going. No bubble, no trinket, can't even rage. I can blind out, resap because I'm styling like Neelio, and that's it. There's the game. It's done. It's a wrap. Boom. And that is it for this video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. And I'm live on Twitch every single day at twitch.tv/Showbag. Don't forget, join the Discord for all your rogue questions. Let me know down in the comments below what next comps you guys would like to see in guides. And as always, boys, much love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.